Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Bias Sports Talk. As always, we appreciate you joining us. I am feeling a little bit under the weather, but hey, we got to put this work in, man.
Yeah, the job's got to get done.
The job has got to get done. Hey, as you see it as well, rocking the Bias Sports Talk tees.
Come on, man.
Coming out this Friday, man.
Make
Go
sure
grab
y'all
you
get
one.
those, man.
Support.
Go grab you one.
Go grab
Hey.
those, I guess, tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess.
Go
yeah,
grab those
when
tomorrow.
It drops.
Yeah.
Hey, all profits made will be going to getting us a camera switcher.
Yes.
To make it a little bit easier on editing.
Please,
So, please
I'm begging y'all to buy some shirts.
Yeah, please buy some shirts.
You've seen how late the pod came out last week, man. We had a hectic week. There was a lot of shit going on, like in the weekend, because my niece was graduating. The pod came out late because we was trying to get this edited out. We was having a bunch of issues. Please buy some fucking shirts.
Go
so we
get
can
you a
the pod
shirt,
out
man.
on time.
And besides, when
begging
you pop out, you want to be looking nice.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Looking nice like
And,
Gino.
and you gonna want the people thinking that you staff. They're gonna be like, you know what I mean, fellas?
God.
Yeah.
Go tell them you work for Bias Sports Talk. It's a good way to get you a little action in the club. You know what I mean? Come on,
Well,
take
conversation, if nothing.
A little conversation starter. Hey, yeah, man, it was a good weekend, long weekend, some sports going on. PSG took down Inter with the Gino Lock of the year.
It for me. Gino Lockman's
Dembele!
back.
Oh, yeah. Nah, I looked it up. I've been saying that since February, so what up?
Yeah, what a call, bro. It's so funny. That was like one of the first reels that we had that went viral,
Yeah.
and they were giving a lot of hate. They were like, he doesn't know anything.
They was calling him.
Cancel the
They
pod.
were like, what they say? They were like, not everyone should get podcast equipment.
Yeah, they was calling Gino a stupid American. He proved them all wrong.
That was crazy. They were, and they
Yeah.
were. People were really hyping up Liverpool too. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. The same way that y'all was screaming in the comments saying he was wrong. We want to see that respect
On
for
God.
sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Gino.
Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
Gino and the lock alert. We found the lock alert, so we're back in action.
Finally.
Yeah, nah, I also just want to point out we are a betting pod, so y'all got to be listening, tapping in, taking the bets we take, because we don't miss too often. I hate to say it.
I'm not gonna lie. We've handed out some gems.
Well, Milan misses kind of often,
Yeah.
but
Well,
Gino doesn't miss too often.
It's funny. I feel like my takes haven't missed, but it's just the bets I
On
take
God.
with Gino specifically. Like, it's like when you put two Titans in a cage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Only one's gonna come out victorious, but they both Titans. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy. And don't worry, the comeback will
coming.
be sweet. Just wait till NFL season when we start doing these
Yeah, it's-
Steeler bets.
it's coming.
I'm just betting against the Steelers every week.
I would too.
I'm gonna
Shit.
get all
Hey,
my-
they still ain't got a
I'm gonna be doing
quarterback.
push-ups all season.
I mean, they're going to go 10-7 like every other year.
No,
so.
they're not. Stop lying to
no,
yourself.
they're not.
With that being said, we got game one of the Stanley Cup Finals going on right now. Panthers are currently up 3-2 on the Oilers. It is in the second period. Hey, as Kachuk said last year, we'll see you next year. It's a rematch of last year's finals. Hey, who do we have taking it, Gino?
Honestly, I was thinking about it. Both teams, I mean, the Oilers are completely loaded. They have so many guys you can name off the top of your head. But then I was thinking the Panthers are just as good last year when they beat them. Plus, they add Marchand, who's an absolute dog. Panthers in 6.
Panthers in 6. Speaking of Marshy, they have a new celebration after some wins. They shoot rats at Marshy, little toy rats. It's an insane. They're asking him like, "Yo, how did y'all come up with this?" And he was like, "Yeah, I don't really know." Like they're asking Kachuk, and he was just like, "Kind of just started after he got the puck fired at him, and then it started with one person, and now it's evolved to 3. So that's their celebration going forward."
Right, here we are.
Let's see if they could get it after this game 1 win, if they can hold on.
That's jokes. Yeah, give me McJesus gentleman sweep 4-1.
That's what I'm thinking. Give me McJesus, man.
Yep, 4-1. You heard it here first.
The Oilers are the favorites, which is kind of crazy because
Well,
the
minus
Panthers are
120.
defending champs. So
right. But when I think everyone knows it's McJesus' time.
it's his time, man.
Well, also, I got a stat of the day already. When Gretzky won his first cup and when Sid the Kid Crosby won his first cup, they lost their first finals they ever made it to and rematched the team they lost to and beat them to win their first cup. So McJesus is set up to do that. That being said, give me Panthers in 6.
Damn.
McJesus.
He set y'all up with that one. Hey, yeah, I mean, The Panthers are saying they're embracing the underdog role. I feel like their team, realistically, as a whole, is better. I feel like they have a better goalie as well. So, I don't know. It's kind of tough. I feel like it's kind of up in the air, to be honest. I would probably go. I want McJesus to win just because he's goated, and it'd be good to have on his resume. I feel like that would solidify him as being one of the greatest to ever play. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Now that they have Marshy on the Panthers, it's a little different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Oilers are stacked, but the Panthers added him, who is just like a crazy ad when you're already that good.
Yeah.
So, question, because I'm not as well versed in NHL, has McJesus made a championship before this, or is it just
Last year, they were in the
last year.
finals.
Oh,
last year,
it was the same matchup.
Same matchup.
Jeez. Oh yeah, give me the Oilers.
You got the Oilers?
Give me the Oilers.
Yeah, he crashed out after they lost last year. He was in
Yeah.
the fucking locker room
I
throwing shit
remember
everywhere.
this. Okay, I remember this.
And you know I'm a big McJesus fan, but you already know it's going to be the same story. So, man.
He gonna be crying in the locker room again?
Well, he's just going to be cussing everyone out. Why are you sucking right now? We made it this far. You decide to suck now? You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Now is not the time.
Also, Panthers captain Barkov wins the Selke Award for best defensive forward on the season for the second year in a row.
Demon.
So yeah, their whole team is pretty stacked. So
That could definitely be why they have a lot of success.
for sure. It is a tough matchup for McJesus and the boys, but I think they could get it done. Yeah, with another finals matchup going on, we have the NBA Finals starting tomorrow. Well, Thursday. By the time it comes out, will be that same day.
I guess today
Yeah, exactly.
in pod years.
Yeah, in pod years. The Thunder will be hosting the Pacers, a.k.a. the Yes Sirs, man. Game 1. The Thunder are an overwhelming favorite at -9.5, which is huge. That is a huge spread, I would say, for the finals. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Everyone on every single talk show is picking the Thunder, as you could probably guess. But you already know my pick, man. I'm going with them Indy boys. Yes, sirs. The Haliban, they done took down New York. They done got Tibbs fired, bruh.
Here we go.
Tibbs is gone.
Gino, all right, Gino, let's really talk about it.
Yeah. Let's go.
Are the Pacers even going to win a game?
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I honestly think it's the biggest lopsided matchup I've ever seen.
It's kind of nuts, bro.
But I was telling somebody today, just chatting, that I think it's Thunder in 5. They're like, well, if you think the Thunder are going to beat the shit out of them so bad, why don't you just take them in 4? And I'm like, the Pacers are scrappy. Somehow they've been winning.
It'll be like the last series.
They went through the East. I mean, that's not saying much, but they'll win a game.
Yeah, well, it's like last series. Thunder whooped that ass, and then the Timberwolves had that random game where they shot like 80% and won by 40, and then they just lost again. It's like no one likes to get swept, so that team's gonna go super hard in game. That's how it always goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've just been laughing thinking about like how like uneven the defensive matchups are. Like the Thunder have the clear advantage, in my opinion.
I mean, realistically, yeah, the defensive matchups, just based off the fact that the Thunder are the best defensive team in the league, but the Pacers are the best offensive team in the league. So it's a battle of the two top teams in terms of what they're good at. So
And what wins championships, if we're gonna go there?
I mean, yeah, I feel you, but you got to score points. So
Yeah,
they're going to be running up and down the floor. You got to stop them.
I just think if there's any team that can like keep up with the Pacers' pace, it's this team. Like I think the Pacers get a lot of advantage off of like running the floor, moving really fast, being young, and having like depth. And the Thunders are young, quick, have depth. Like it kind of feels like it's funny because I think the Thunder are multitudes better, but in terms of like team culture and like age, they feel very similar as teams. But the Thunder, I just think like they're just more fine-tuned, just more experience, and it's Shai's time. Like it's his time.
I mean, it's literally an AAU team.
And
over
I'm
there.
gonna need a pair of those the Shai verses, the Shai Converse. I need those.
They are pretty tough.
Those are nuts, bro. I'm gonna need a pair of
Yeah,
those.
they are pretty tough.
for sure.
I've been trying to buy the Oklahoma City Knights Shea jersey like for like a week. It's
Bro,
sold
you
out
want
everywhere.
every jersey available. How many times?
He said he was
Sold
gonna
out,
get it.
bro.
Last week he
Holy
said he was
shit.
gonna get
It's
it.
sold out everywhere. It's crazy.
That's
man.
nuts, bro.
God,
We gotta
bro.
get my boy right.
So I was gonna go Chet, but yeah.
You in a Chet
He's
jersey
going
would be
full Chet.
lit.
I mean, he's lit. I think he got a new like haircut or something.
He got centelled. Gino got
Talking about the
centelled.
braids.
That wasn't
Show the
real.
braids.
Oh shit! Damn, bro. I can't believe you got centelled.
I was just trying
on
to
the
remember
show.
what the hell I saw.
That's crazy, bro.
But yeah, man, the Thunder are just solid. They got their perfect game plan. Shea just point guards it, gets the mid-range jumpers off, and then Chet is a beast down low, and then you got those boys on the wings cooking them threes. It's insane.
It's nuts. They're just like they're put together to win.
No, they are.
They're the fine-tuned version of the Pacers.
I mean, their squad is deep for sure. They got Caruso out there locking shit down. They got
He's going for a two-time.
They got Lou Dort in the torture chamber. So
in the torture chamber.
locking shit up. But hey, don't sleep on the Haliban, bruh.
You seen these? You seen these? You know?
I'm looking at them. Those are surprisingly hard.
Yeah, I didn't. You know, it's
Surprisingly
Shea.
hard. They're Shea's shoes. Like Shea is probably
They-
the best fitted player in the
What's
league. To be honest.
Was it the AIs? What's the ones? What was the zipper ones?
The AIs were hard. I had those
actually.
actually.
think they are.
Yeah,
Like
black
the
ones.
AI twos, yeah, that reminds me of like the
bro.
AI two joints, but those are tough. I need a pair of those. I bet you the next colorway is gonna be nuts too. Wait till those drop in like all black or like in white or some shit. Those are gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Are they those?
Just,
Nah,
ty-
different
just
ones.
type in like zip up Nike or zip up basketball shoe, and it'll come up type shit.
Speaking of the Haliban taking down New York, Cat gets Tibbs fired for the second time in his career.
Man, free Tibbs. That's gonna be the new
That's
wave.
what it is, free Tibbs.
Yeah, free Ipe, free Tibbs. For real.
I saw a tweet that said Tibbs gonna have his dog playing fetch for 40 minutes straight.
I saw one thing that said Jalen Brunson is working on new sitting workouts for the offseason because it'll be the first time he sat on the bench during a game. Hey, no one is happier than Josh Hart right now. Your career just
God.
extended by 3 years.
And Bridges was the main one talking about, bro, can we play less minutes?
My
Like,
God,
what are we
damn.
doing?
And then I think one of the players, the small forward, the guy we haven't named yet.
On
Anunoby?
Yeah, Anunoby. I think he literally stated after Tibbs got fired that he didn't have enough confidence in the bench and the whole team, and that's why he got fired because they were playing the starters the
Yeah,
whole game.
probably.
That's all they
But
do.
at the same time, JJ Redick did that the whole game.
Yeah, that was stupid. So that shows you probably shouldn't do that.
But maybe the Knicks actually have a better, like, deeper team, deeper bench than the Lakers, so maybe that's not a good comparison. I'm not sure.
I mean, they do, but they don't. The thing is Landry Shamet actually came out there and was balling. He was playing better low-key than Bridges. That's why he started getting more minutes. And a trivia question going forward will be NBA on TNT. The last point scored for that show ever was Landry Shamet. That's insane trivia question going forward.
Yeah, so when you're on Jeopardy in 20 years and they
Yeah.
ask that, remember this moment.
Who do we think ends up getting the job? Personally, I believe that Mike Malone is pretty much a lock to get that job. Going over there with that lineup. I also think that they make a move and move off of Cat if they can and try and go get Giannis, which would be insane.
What, Cat and Bridges and a pick?
Cat, Bridges, and a pick.
I
Probably,
think it'd
yeah.
have to be about 3 first-rounders.
I think
They'll figure it out.
I do think though that Cat and either Josh Hart or Bridges plus a pick or two moves the needle because you get like you get a good two-way player and you still get Cat who like has been on 2 teams and been a great player on both. Like I was more impressed with Cat this year than maybe ever in his career, if I'm being honest. Like
Yeah.
I was like maybe Cat is good.
Maybe Cat is good.
You know what I mean? Not that I ever thought he was ass, but like, you know, you be just be thinking dudes are just like dudes, or they get their numbers, but like you're like, okay, you're like, do you really have that? Can you go off like that? But I like how Cat fought in the ECF.
It was
Like
a little
all things
zesty,
considered,
but he fought.
Yeah, he did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? So I think that helps. I mean, you're not Kyle Kuzma and Cat running pick and roll next year in Milwaukee.
Ew.
The double K connection, Kuzma to Cat.
I don't know about that. I don't think that gets them anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah.
Another option they're saying is because of his connection with the players. They're saying that Rick Brunson, who is obviously
No.
Jalen Brunson's dad, could move up to be the head coach.
Fuck no.
What?
Please. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of wild.
No one want to see Jalen Brunson and his daddy running that team.
That would be
I'm-
pretty wild.
No, thank you. Not if you gonna ban Halliburton's dad from coming to games for getting in Giannis' face, you can't make Jalen Brunson dad the coach.
Yeah.
Who was the coach of the Mavericks when Brunson was on the Mavericks? Did they have a coach get fired?
Was it not Rick Carlisle?
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
now with the Pacers?
I believe so.
Yeah, he's the Pacers coach.
Yeah.
He's not going nowhere.
That was my pick. But.
He's the one who told Miles Turner, he's like, we believe in you.
Yeah.
But so next coach, if it's not Mike Malone, I could see them going with maybe like a new hire. I actually didn't come up with this take. It was my boy Drew, but an interesting name that's been floating around that he's been seeing on the internet is like, they're saying Rondo's kind of looking to get into head coaching. And they're saying it might be like a Steve Nash situation.
Kind of like that idea.
Kind of comes out of the blue because Rondo's always been.
Rondo's a basketball genius.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, like it wouldn't be the first time that a random player has just got a head coach position for no
Yeah.
reason. Like, look at Steve Nash. He didn't. Shout out to Nash, but that
I
was
mean,
nuts.
at the end
What
of-
were they doing in Brooklyn?
At the end of the day, you have to make a big splash because it's New York. So that's the only reason why I feel like you're not going to fire Tibbs to go with somebody just random. I feel like that's the only reason why Mike Malone is really a lock for that.
It's got to be
position.
like Mike Malone or like.
Or like Taylor Jenkins from the Grizzlies who just got fired. Like
you
someone that is a solidified head coach that's been there, done that. That I saw some things talking about other assistants, like the dude that just got hired by the Suns, who was the Cavs assistant. I was like, bro, they're not going to move off of Tibbs to go hire an assistant.
Yeah, so I agree with that take. I think it's either going to be big name coach who's a winner. Mike Malone feels like a lock to me, but if they do go random, that's where I think.
like Rondo.
That's what I was going to say. Only because like you go get a player with a name, so like it doesn't. If you get the random assistant from the Cavs, everyone's like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But you're like, oh shit, we got Rondo. Like it kind of so if you're gonna go with a first time hire, then you have to go with a name that like moves the needle, like or Brunson's dad, something that creates a narrative, right?
Yeah.
But please don't do that. Like if they want to win championships, like let's be fucking serious. Like don't go get Jalen Brunson's daddy and create like a Coach Prime narrative in the NBA. Like just play fucking basketball. Shout out to Coach Prime, by the way. I'm not
real.
rocking with that narrative gang, but it's a narrative. But yeah, Mike Malone. I'm trying to think if there's any other big time coaches.
I got a dark horse pick. The St. John's coach. I don't know if he would go to the NBA.
Rick
but
Pitino?
Yeah.
Tino?
He's
Yeah.
not
To the
going.
Knicks?
because
He's
that's
not
New,
going
that's
back.
New York.
He's not going back to the NBA.
What about the UConn dude who turned on the Lakers
I mean,
last
the
year?
Lakers offered him a shitload of money, and he said no
Hurley?
last year.
But it just feels like everyone hates on the Lakers. Like I could see him taking
Not-
money from the Knicks. Just
Yeah,
because
and it's
not the
it's
Lakers.
closer to home as well. So I mean, I could see that.
Something like that. Maybe
Yeah,
big
alright.
time. That's like it's got to be someone who moves the needle, and that's why Mike Malone kind of feels like a lock. Like I can't think of another coach.
I mean, that Florida coach. Florida boys stay hot.
He ain't leaving.
Yeah, to me it has to be like someone with experience, and there's not Ty Lue. All them do is Ty Lue a free agent or he's still the
Nah,
Clippers,
he's
right?
Clippers.
Doc's got the Bucks.
I would not.
No, I'm not saying
Fuck Doc.
No,
Doc
I don't
is
say take
dang.
Doc Rivers. I'm just saying like what's like a name that like because you have to sell it in New York City.
Bro, it's Mike Malone.
Like
There's really no other. I can't see any other option.
D said, D got a dark horse.
Walton.
Luke Walton.
Luke Walton!
makes his return.
Luke Walton to the
Hey,
Knicks.
Luke Walton to the Knicks would be fucking
That would
badass.
be insane.
Shout out Luke Walton, South Bay legend.
South Bay legend, Laker legend,
Partied
and
with him a few times.
goated Laker coach. And I'm not gonna stall you.
Goated Laker coach.
I was.
Oh shit! Did he
I'm
coach
on
the Lakers?
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that.
He
That's
coached Lonzo
wild.
and them. I was on record when he was an assistant for the Warriors, like screaming, "Please hire Luke Walton." It didn't
Yeah,
work out.
That's
but
the thing is he was coaching the best team that's ever played. That's a little different than coaching like the Lakers with Lonzo and
I'd argue though that if you gave him Darvin Ham's team, he does better than Darvin.
Yeah,
did with
probably.
That team. You know what I mean?
I mean, Darvin Ham is hands in pockets. He ain't really doing much.
He's like, "What y'all want to do?"
He's Doc Rivers Jr.
y'all
They both
wanna
fucking
do?
suck.
He's like, "All right, guys, come in. Here's what we're gonna do.
Play
We're gonna-
hard.
We're gonna score points. We're gonna play defense. Anyone got any ideas?
No? Okay.
No.
Get out there.
when he wrote "play hard" on the clipboard,
Like, bro, Darvin might be the worst coach in Lakers history.
he still has a job, which is nuts. He's on the Clipper staff, isn't he? Or is he
he's on Doc's staff.
Doc staff. He's
Yeah.
back on the Bucks.
Yep.
Which he already was at the first time, right? That's how he got the job in the crazy world. Doc Rivers, but Doc Rivers, not to cut you off, Doc Rivers is like, I see myself in him, because Doc Rivers really is the glorified Darvin Ham who just had a more successful coaching career.
I mean, the only reason why Doc is still getting jobs is because he won one championship with the first super team that was ever made.
First super team ever, and then like really like honestly they peaked in that 1 year, and it wasn't like if you really evaluate his time as the coach of that team, I would argue that it was actually like worse than better. Like you probably could have won more rings with that KG team, but there was a man named Kobe who shut that shit down. So
Young Bean.
and then Ray Allen went to the Heat, and the rest is history.
And KG and Paul Pierce went to the Nets.
Yeah, and they still won't talk to that nigga to this day.
Oh, God.
shout out to KG, even
That
though
shit
I don't
is
fuck with
hilarious.
any of the 2007 Celtics, but I fuck with KG.
I do fuck with KG.
Yeah.
And I fuck with Rondo
bro, you
because he
can't-
gets a pass. For,
Hey, you
he's a
can't
Laker.
not fuck with Paul Pierce. Shout out Inglewood High, man.
Hey, yeah, fucking hometown boy. When I used to host a coffee company in high school, he used to come in all the time, and
That's
he was
tough.
he tipped well. Shout out to Paul Pierce.
He be wilding out on the live.
Shout
You
out to
do
Paul
be
Pierce.
wilding out.
Hey, the way
Keep
the
that
way,
Instagram live away from that boy.
Paul Pierce is the original Shannon Sharp. Shout out to Uncle Shannon.
Moving off of NBA onto MLB news. The Rockies sweep the Marlins for their first sweep since May of 2024, last year, bro.
Their first series win.
No, literally their first 3-game sweep.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
They won a series. They unfortunately
haven't
It's
won
their
that.
first
after
series
they swept
win this
y'all,
year.
They what's it called? They won the series against the Angels. But yeah, the fact that it's the Marlins makes it not as cool. Like,
No.
oh, okay, y'all found the new shitty team on the block to
Yeah.
go beat. Like sweet. It would have been cooler if it was like when the Angels swept the Dodgers. Remember when that happened? So,
Hey, you better
but the
hold on to
Marlins,
that
bro,
one
like
for a
come
long
on,
time.
the Marlins, dog, like, who do the Marlins even have left?
Dude, literally
They got
like
some young
nobody.
Everyone's
Nobody.
gone. Josh Bell's gone, right? Is he still on the team?
He's gone.
He's gone.
Jazz gone.
Gone.
I'm trying to think of who was even on the.
That's
Marlins.
the thing.
Ozuna, Stanton,
The
Yelich.
thing, yeah. If
gone.
you go back,
Gone.
bro, if you go back to the team that the Marlins actually had, if they would have kept their core together, they could have been good, bro. They had D. Gordon, they had Jazz Chisholm, Stanton, Yelich, Ozuna, JT Realmuto,
Josh Bell.
Like, bro, they had a bunch of players over the years
and
that if
fucking prime Sandy, like,
Well, they traded Zach Gallen as well.
which is nuts.
I mean, also it kind of starts with Jose Fernandez dying. That also kind of fucked the whole shit because bro was a generational talent as a pitcher. He was damn near Paul Skeens of that time period. So
Yeah.
that definitely
Down
set
to
them
Cocaine
back.
and Drive.
Yeah, definitely set them back. Muncie put on some goggles, and that boy can hit now. That is huge for the Dodgers. Let me see. I have the stats here to look it up. It says Max Muncy with glasses this season.
All of his home runs.
He is hitting 275 with 9 tanks. Without glasses, he was hitting 180 with 0 tanks. So when you can see the ball, you can hit the ball.
It sounded like Jameis. He just needed, you know what I mean?
Literally, hey,
Jameis just needed that.
shout
LASIK.
out Jameis.
Jameis won a national championship and didn't even know he needed LASIK
Dude,
eye
had
surgery.
no clue, bro.
He about to take the Big Apple to the promised land with his new vision.
Jameis was going 30-30.
Oh, me. But yeah, no, Muncie, shout out to Muncie. Y'all almost shit the bed last night. He saved y'all.
Well, he fucked it himself because he sucks at third base.
Facts.
That's if I feel like every game, like he damn near makes an error.
Was
like,
that error in the 9th inning?
No, it was when Kershaw was pitching.
Okay. I think he might have had another one, but not sure. But all I got to say is it's good he's hitting again because he's like about to pass Matt Kemp with like another bomb for about 5th all-time Dodger home run. So,
I mean,
You know.
Muncie, when he's hot, bro, he had that before he broke his elbow that one year when he was playing first base. He was
Yeah.
damn near an MVP contention. So when he's swinging it, bro, that makes our lineup a lot more dangerous because it's not
and
just
he's
an
had
automatic
some,
out.
Yeah, sorry. He's had some good playoff years. 2018 in the playoffs, he was our best hitter. So that's all we need.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely good to have. It's along with towards the bottom of the lineup with him and High Song. High Song is out there, bro. That boy be moving.
Yeah, Kim is amazing. Defense, speed, contact. That's just what you need when you have a bunch of superstars.
Yeah. On to the Royals calling up Jack Caglione, their top prospect. He is the first Royal to debut in less than a calendar year since being drafted, since the great Bo Jackson. He was hitting like 350 in the minors this year with like 15 tanks. He's been going crazy. Went 0 for 5 last night, but barreled every ball. So that will be a young stud for them moving forward. That's a huge help for them because offensively they've been kind of shit this year.
Yeah, he did not require any more development. He also became the 329th player of all time to hit one 110 miles an hour in the StatCast era.
That was yesterday?
Yeah.
Damn.
He hit a yak?
No, he smoked one. This guy, Victor Scott on the Cardinals dove and caught it in the gap, but he smoked it.
Oh, yeah, his first at bat. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Royals definitely, like, they got to get something going. It's kind of been a disappointing start to the year, and you want to make sure that you take advantage of Bobby Litt, right? So,
Yeah.
shout out to, is it Jack or Jock?
Jack.
Shout out to Jack with just a C.
Just a C.
Yeah, shout out to Jack. I fuck with the Royals, so, you know, it's cool to see them doing something.
The crazy thing about Jack is in college he was actually a two-way player. Bro can damn near throw 100. They just aren't using him as a pitcher. He's just a hitter because he smokes shit. But
one of those games where you got to use
throw him in there.
Throw him in where you need to, you know, where they make the fucking one of the dudes from the outfield
Yeah, but
throw around.
I don't know what's going on with the Royals. If Bobby Litt doesn't hit
Bro,
a home
it's
run,
Salvi. Salvi ain't doing shit this year.
well, I mean, their whole team's not doing shit. They got some good starting pitchers, and then Bobby Witt, if he doesn't hit a home run, make a diving play, they lose. Like,
Did you see that play he made last night?
Yeah.
That was nasty, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Bobby Litt is amazing, bro. I saw something that said the Orioles, even though they have a million middle infielders, probably should have taken Bobby Litt over Adley because Adley is shit in the bed. Not doing too well this year. What about how you feel about that, Gino? I know he's on your team.
He's heating up. I mean, it's not much to say, but I was thinking Sam Basillo, one of the Orioles' top prospects, is a catcher. So if Adley continues to slide, one of their top prospects might be putting some pressure on pretty soon.
Yeah.
Because he hits tanks.
Adley, I want to apologize. I publicly said on the pod that I thought you were a dark horse to make the Baseball World Classic team. So
Well, Milan actually had the call of the year. We were both. I still think Will make the team. Obviously, he's hitting like 350. But, bro, big dumper out there. Cal Rowley's tied for the lead in tanks, bro.
Yeah. I did say that.
Yeah.
And everyone was looking at me crazy when I said Country Cal. But, you know, Cal's got a bat on him, bro. And, you know, when we're facing those Japanese pitchers, it's going to be needed. So,
And it's even crazier because he's playing in Seattle, which is known as a pitcher's park, and he's still out there hitting tanks.
He's also got a big dumper.
He is big. That is his nickname, Big Dumper.
Shout out to Country Cal.
For real.
Yeah, the Mariners, they're in first base, holding off the Astros. They're playing great ball. Hope they at least beat the Astros. I know it's probably not good for you, but as long as the Astros lose, we're both happy.
I mean, the Astros fucking
That's totally
suck.
fine. Mariners will find a way to choke and not make the playoffs, and that's where we'll get our wild.
I don't know, bro. They got a staff. Their pitching staff is nasty.
Well, they're hitting now, so
and
they're
they're hit. That's the thing is they just didn't hit before.
Yeah.
They have the pitching staff.
Julio's been looking pretty good, which is nice. Shout out to J-Rod. But no, Angels, man, we're on the up and up. Taylor Ward's the best player in the MLB this year. And Mike Trout's back. We're going to talk about that in a minute, so I'm not even going to get into that. But, yeah.
Hey, we could talk about that right now. Mike Trout, since coming back, is hitting about 500.
Woo!
Hey, he hit a 450-foot tank yesterday. That was an absolute tank.
Fucking demon. He had 3 hits in the other game, bro. Like, Angels, I'll say this, like, regardless of what happens this season, like, this is so far, it's been a really fun-ass season. And I think...
Why? Because you swept us?
Oh, because we swept and we're just lit, bro. Like, we're hitting well. Like, even today, like, I'm not even going to stall you. We lost, but it was 11-9.
Yeah.
Like, it was a
That
fucking
walk-off,
dog
too,
fight.
was the shortest walk-off in, like, MLB history.
Yeah, it was like a unicorn one
It
I
was
saw.
insane.
Yeah, so
It was
that
302 or some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
that walk off, that home run, that's the only park that's getting out in the whole entire league. Every other park it would have stayed in.
Yep.
100%.
Fucking beautiful.
No, I saw the
fucking
stat. It's a
bullshit.
fact.
Unicorn fucking bullshit.
Sedon Rafaela,
But
man.
Hey, but he hit a ball over the monster yesterday. That was insane. I don't know if you were
Yeah, I
watching
saw
the
that.
game, but that was a straight pimp job, bro.
yeah, bro, it's been a fun series, but you know we won the series though, so it's cool. We got the first 2 games, so it's like y'all can.
It's basically like the battle of two good teams with no pitching at all.
literally. Oh, that it
Hell
was.
yeah.
Bro. I think it was 6-5 in like the 3rd inning today. Like it was a fucking game. So I'll say it's like as an Angels fan, like me taking all the fucking the hype and we're the greatest team ever out, even though we are winning the World Series this year, and I'm standing on that. It's just cool, bro, because I think a lot of people just expected us to like just have another year to show no heart, and like these boys like are trying. They're playing their asses off. Taylor Ward playing his ass off. Like you could tell that Trout like was inspired to get back. I think Trout maybe comes back a little bit later if like we're if we don't go on that run where we
what's that?
sweep y'all, and I think like he's like fired up, and I think the team's like we're swaggy, bro, and we like a little trade here, maybe like a little bit more pitching, we'll be all right. Like
You know who got the aura going for them is Zach Neto. He's a straight baller.
Yeah.
We already been talking about that, but
bro, Neto, Taylor Ward, fucking Nolan is just like an on-base machine. Like he'll get his power eventually, but Nolan Samuel stays on base. Like Kyron Paris has had a solid year. It's been up and down. He got called back to the minors, but he had a solid start to the year.
and you guys had a huge addition last week.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Taylor, man. Shout out to the fucking go. So I actually went to Chris
Huge
Taylor.
addition.
I actually saw him in the. I think his first game he suited up was against the Yankees.
Yeah,
I
he
was
made
there.
that crazy diving play in left field. That was insane. He
Shout out
went
to Chris Taylor, man.
0 for 4 with a sick diving play.
He did the opposite of Otani and came to the right side. So shout out to the boy.
Are you rocking the Angels hat right now?
Yeah, what hat are you rocking
What
right
hat
now?
is that?
Let me see.
What hat is he rocking right now?
The undefeated.
Oh, it's an undefeated. What's on the other side?
It says Otani.
Oh, okay. What's on the front?
It's there's an A for Angels.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For
Go
the Angels.
baby.
Yeah, that's for sure what it
Is
is.
it the LA Angels or something?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're the best. We run Los Angeles, so
The LA
it
Angels.
wouldn't be surprising, you know.
Fucking Skeens goes out there and throws another gem. Comes out the game in the 8th inning, down 1-0 with no run support again. So another, I tweeted it last night. I said another Skeens start. Another tweet saying get him off the fucking team. So,
Jesus, I saw a tweet. It was hilarious. It was like it's hard to feel bad for an absolute all-star athlete with a superstar model girlfriend who's probably gonna get $50 million a year, but somehow I feel bad for this.
Literally.
kid. Like it's like he's got it made, but like bro, they're sitting like. I said it last week, and I'm standing on it. Adam Silver, I apologize. I see why you rigged the draft, because when the prospects go and you have real parity and they go to the teams that suck, this is what happens. You got Paul Skeens wasting his fucking time in Pittsburgh, which is a terrible place to play any sport or have any sports organization in any sport.
Yeah, what's crazy
ever.
about that as well is like, what was the draft order was 1 Skeens, 2 Dylan Cruz, 3 Wyatt Langford. Like, imagine if the Rangers ended up with the first pick and they got Skeens.
Was Jack?
That would be way different.
It would be insane.
Skeens
Did
on
Jack
the
go
Rangers
for?
would be
Nah, Jack was the next year.
in Texas too. Oh my god, that'd be
It would be
premium
insane.
Hey,
fucking
but
television.
since we're on the subject of drafts and all that, shout out to the Jaguars for trading with the Browns and making sure Travis Hunter didn't go to Cleveland. Man, that would have sucked.
For real.
Yeah, that would have
Hey,
been ass.
Hunter has been balling out too in OTAs. He made a crazy catch on defense the other day that was like, wow, this kid is absolutely electric, bro.
He's so good.
Like-
and he doesn't wear gloves in practice.
Absolutely electric. He's out there lining up with Brian Thomas and then lining up against him on the next play. It's
Did you see them doing that drill where they had to like go to the
Yeah.
line and grab the tennis ball? He was smoking. Like he's
Smoking.
Just, like,
Oh, yeah.
His mechanics are just
pure athlete.
and it's like he does it effortlessly, bro. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like he thinks about it. Honestly, and we'll get into it, but like OTAs has been sick. I've seen a lot of really good Shador throws, a lot of sick Cam Ward throws. Like, just, I don't know. This is a cool ass draft class. I'm excited for NFL. I can't wait, honestly. for
Yeah,
September.
I can't wait either. Shador's been going insane, but he's the fourth quarterback for no reason. Cam Ward, they said he's been thrown over the middle a lot, which is good because rookies are usually too scared to do that. And then Jalen Milroe can't throw the ball is the word in Seattle.
I mean, they
no
already
one's
came out
surprised
and,
about that.
their coach McDonald, is that his name? Yeah. He came out and said today, like, they're asking about Sam Darnold, like, not being the starter, and he's just like, I appreciate y'all, like, having to ask your questions as, like, reporters and shit like that, but there's no world that Sam Darnold is not the starter.
Like, let's not.
Like, let's be serious here.
Yeah.
They're like, don't worry, Jalen Milroe's on his way to being Taysom Hill.
I don't know. That's the thing is he's a project, bro. If he develops right, he has a good arm, and he's fast as shit. So, like, if they have the right program for him, he could be a star. It's just,
I don't know.
does he get there?
I feel like the last time we saw a project like this, he got replaced by Danny Dimes this year. So,
Hey, speaking facts.
Danny Dimes is gonna be the starter in week 1.
Hey, that's not happening. Hey, but Danny Dimes has been buying out bars in Indy. Hey,
Yeah.
he's been doing his job as a backup out there getting lit
He's
with,
loving it.
with the
New-
people.
New
He's got
York
that
was
tin
never.
roof.
He's a man of the people.
New York was never the place for that kid. Man.
No,
put him in,
not at
put
all.
him in Indiana. That's where he belongs. He's somewhere he can.
That's
put
where
on
I
a
belong,
trucker
too.
hat and drive a truck.
Yeah.
You know,
I love it. I love it.
he's not trying to be in New York City in that fucking traffic. He went to Duke. Like what?
Hey, speaking of OTAs, we got Stephon Diggs back at practice after the viral video of him on the yacht. Hey, what was in the bag?
What was it looked like cotton candy.
Yeah?
Shout out to Stephon
That's
Diggs.
what it was?
He just had, you know how you can order like the candies with the chamoy and the Mexican on them? You know, you get the silver
Yeah.
gushers and he just had him some chamoy cotton candy. That's all
it?
he said. It was like some
He
specialty.
was just handing out cotton
It was
candy
rich
to the
people
girls.
candy, and he said don't take too much because you're
Yeah.
gonna get a cavity.
Don't do it all at once.
Don't do it all at once because you're gonna get a cavity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're trying to make sure that those girls have good dental health.
Yeah, I feel you.
Stephon Diggs is on a generational run right now. He's had a baby with a woman while he's dating Cardi B. And then he has those chicks on the boat calling him daddy, and he's giving them pink pop rocks.
Can we see the Diggs contract, Darius? Let me see the Stephon Diggs contract because I think he's getting a shit ton of money too.
I
The
think
Patriots are
90?
paying him fat. Like, shout out to Stephon Diggs, bro. Like, I'll say, like, he's a vet, bro. He's a 10-year vet at this point. He living his life.
He made Offset delete
3-year,
his
how much?
Insta-
69? What does that say? Zoom in on that.
Yep,
Yeah, 369.
Yeah,
26
bro,
mil
he's-
guaranteed.
He making $30 million a year. He on the yacht.
He's got a receiver
Equaling with
one.
Cardi B, like he doing his veteran thing. He like about to progress into his retire era. He know this is his last team. That boy's enjoying himself. He getting the bag.
I mean,
All scrubs go to die on the Ravens.
that is kind of true.
That's so funny.
Hey, that is kind of true. But with that being said,
was hilarious.
DeAndre Hopkins now being on the Ravens, they showed a thing of each receiver's speed, and he was at the top of their speed for all of their receivers, which is kind of crazy. And he came out and said, they said I couldn't run. He's out there running.
They just further proved Gino's point.
I mean, you already know that Lamar is just not going to throw him the ball regardless.
OBJ, DeAndre Hopkins, you name it. That's
Yeah.
go take it that.
Hey, is OBJ done?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's cooked. He's retired.
and I think Did he announce he was retired? I feel like
I saw something about it, but I'm not sure if it was
maybe
a fact.
it could be fake or it could be rumored. But I mean, he's done. Shout out to OBJ. Like it was just injuries, man. It's not your fault, gang. And then was going crazy in the Super Bowl.
Insane.
And then got hurt in that one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He is the victim
Well,
of a
he's-
lot of, but he also like had a great career. He has like an iconic moment that'll last forever. So yeah, it's just NFL rumors right now.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl before his ACL exploded. But yeah, I saw on Instagram he was in Monaco eating a bunch of food and caviar. So
He's fine.
he's done.
Well,
He had hella career earnings, bro. He got the modeling shit going. He's fine.
yeah, I think now he's actually starting like a promotion company where he's throwing like events and shit like that.
Yeah, he fine. He about to be on the boat with Diggs and them. Just Diggs on the boat a little early. That's all.
Is that right?
You know, they got a new culture.
You have to remember, he was the original one on the boat when the Giants went on the boat
Facts,
in Miami.
facts.
That
And they
didn't,
was
end,
all- they
that
was
didn't
all-
end too well.
Yeah, but see, the difference was Diggs wasn't on the boat in Timbs and jeans.
Facts.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Is he's in proper boat attire. And first of all, and second of all, The thing is, this ain't Bill Belichick's New England anymore. Mike Vrabel says, hey, as long as you show up to work on Monday, I don't give a fuck what you do on the weekend.
Yeah, Vrape said, yeah, we saw the video.
He said, we don't care.
It's a bit concerning.
He said,
but
speaking
we're
of,
fine.
he ran great routes at practice. He'll be fine.
But do you guys actually know what that drug was, or no idea?
It was Pop Rocks.
It's just cotton candy, bro.
Yeah.
Off camera, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Diggs.
Shout out Diggs, bro. I actually
That
saw
boy's got that Rick and Morty pack.
for real.
Hey, he
For
got
real.
that. What's that thing called? The pink thing, the invention, the fucking what? Type in Rick and Morty pink invention, real quick. It's
Yeah,
called
that's
like
what that reminded me of.
That's what it was.
You know what I'm talking about? What's it called? You know what I'm talking about? It's like a sploobop.
He pulled it straight out a different dimension.
Plumbus. It's a
Plumbus.
Plumbus.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
shout
he
out
had that
Diggs for
Plumbus
Plumbus.
pack. That's all. He had that Plumbus pack.
That's what it was, Plumbus.
He had that Plumbus pack. Yeah,
That's
it's
hard.
definitely Plumbus for sure.
That's so hard.
Speaking of which, Rick and Morty came back, and the first 2 episodes were fire, especially the first
Dude,
one.
I haven't
Oh,
watched
I'm
Rick
watching
and
that
Morty
tonight.
in like 4 seasons.
Bro, catch up, bro.
Yeah, I need to.
Even the
Richard.
seasons that are whatever are still,
Yeah, I need to.
whatever of a good show is better than,
Yeah.
whatever of an ass show. And
Speaking of a show, I just watched the Earnhardt documentary on Amazon, bro. Absolutely fire,
banger.
bro. Raise hail, praise Dale, boy.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I heard that was good. The show I'm watching right now is Mobland on Paramount.
Mobland is so sick.
It's all good.
Yeah, I heard Mobland is tough.
Yeah.
I
Tom,
heard
Tom
Mobland is
Hardy is
tough.
the guy's name.
Tom
right?
Hardy, Helen Mirren.
Yeah, I got sick.
Bronson. Yeah, that is definitely a good show. Just finished watching that. In other NFL news, we have Saquon gracing the cover of Madden 26 with his iconic backwards leap from last year. He also took over Geno's Steaks in Philly. They turned it into Steakwans.
Yeah.
Hey,
Damn, how you feeling about that, Gino?
He's on a run right now.
hey, B Philly though said fuck Geno's. So
Yeah.
what's the
But he
He,
didn't
he
tell
had
us.
he had Ishkabibbles with it.
Ishkabibbles?
Or Steve's, man. Shout out
Yeah.
to Steve's.
I need to make my way to Philly to Ishkabibbles, bro.
Oh, I'm not even gonna stall you, bro. There's a lot of things in life that don't live up to the hype. Philly cheesesteaks live up to the hype.
That's
I don't
what
know
I'm
what it
saying.
is, but you will not. It don't taste the same nowhere else. Like
I feel you.
that, it's worth it. I'll never forget the first time I tried that. Ask Brett. And I won't even next time on the pod. Just tell the story of Milan trying the cheesecake, and I won't cheesesteak. I won't intervene. This is literally what happened. I took one bite. I set it down. I got out my chair. I walked to the counter and ordered another one, and I came back because I was like, I already know this isn't gonna be enough. Like
Two?
this shit is fire. Yeah, I put down 2 cheesesteaks, and then I took one back to New York with me because we was living in New York at the time on the train. And the next day I woke up, heated that bitch up. I had 3 cheesesteaks in 48 hours. It was elite.
I'm gonna keep putting that pressure on y'all. We need to go to the NFL draft in Pittsburgh, spend the day out there, and then go to Philly and spend the day out there so I can eat some cheesesteaks.
Bro, don't nobody want to go to fucking Pittsburgh.
The draft,
telling
bro.
you that.
The draft is sick. Arch Manning's gonna go 1.
I had to fly into Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's
one
gonna go
time.
1 to the fucking Steelers after y'all fucking go 2 and fucking.
If Arch
15.
Manning, I'll say if Steelers have number 1 pick, I'll go with you.
All right, let's ride.
Just to see Arch Manning get
Will
drafted.
Howard, let's ride, boy.
But yeah, I flew to Pittsburgh one time because I had to do a show out there in Phillipsburg, a rap show with my pops, and we passed Heinz Field on the way, and man, it was one of the ugliest stadiums I ever seen.
Well, now it's
It's
Acrisure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needed some
I
acupuncture
feel like it's so
and some
iconic.
care. The motherfucker looked crazy.
I'm a big Batman fan, and I was in that movie where they blew
That
it
was
up.
a sick scene.
Yes,
with Heinz Ward.
that's a good question. Here's a good pod debate. This is a good question
Let's
that
go.
I think Brett brought up. I don't know if he saw it online or if he just brought it up, but he's not here, but I'll ask it for him. If you bet on Heinz Ward anytime touchdown in that game, does that bet still cash? Because he crosses the end zone. He doesn't fall into the field. I
is
want my
true.
bread from FanDuel, right?
Yeah.
That is
Or does-
true.
I cash anytime touchdown,
I
right?
think that cashes.
That
Yeah.
cashes. Even if the game gets canceled, it already happened.
Everyone was behind him. They weren't catching him anyway.
exactly
so
like
I-
it
I-
already.
I think that's valid.
no, that's a banger.
I like that.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I think that is valid. Yeah, Lions Pro Bowl center Frank Ragnow announces his retirement after 7 seasons. That is a huge loss for them. He is an absolute dog in the middle. I don't know how they're going to replace that. Yeah, man. Frank is a major loss for them in the middle. That line, I mean, drafted kind of a replacement. They took the guard out of Georgia, Tate Rutledge. I don't know if that necessarily fills the gap. If he can play center, I believe he can. But Gino, you were saying is that their replacement you were talking about?
Yeah, he's been starting there the whole entire OTAs and offseason. So that's their number one plan. Plan A is right there.
Yeah, I feel bad for Dan Campbell and them just because. Just kind of feels like that run just got dismantled. Like
I don't know.
Dudes are retiring, coordinators are gone. Like it's a whole new landscape.
I mean, that's what happens on good teams with the coordinators. But back to Frank, one of his injuries was a broken throat.
Whoa, no Diddy, bro.
6 jabs.
Nah,
Six jabs. Just straight to the That's so hard. Damn.
Nah.
That could be such an
wasn't-
effective move. Holy shit.
Right.
They just need to throw the 6 jabs out there.
Literally, stop blocking dudes
that
in the
wasn't
chest,
on.
just fucking
That was
catch
not
him in the
on.
throat.
That's so tough.
Get across the line.
No zesty shit. He's just in the trenches, like dying to win a championship. Like in his statement, why he was retiring, it was like these past months I can't even like walk type shit. So
Yeah, it's bad.
He's after.
His body told him it was time to go, which is, I mean, it's good that he can understand that. It reminds me of one of my goats, Andrew Luck, man.
I was going to say, Andrew
Retired
Luck
too
is
early.
the OG of that.
Man, what could have been? We wouldn't be going through this Danny Dimes AR bullshit if we had young Andrew, but it is what it is.
Glory days.
He's playing QB at Stanford practice now, though, so
Yeah,
at least he's throwing the ball.
that's a plus. At least he's throwing the ball.
You know?
Sick, bro.
His
I wish he
body's-
was my fucking
Right.
quarterback.
But
Like,
see, that's why he took care of his body so that 10 years later he could throw the ball at practice with
so he could be the
young
AD
kid.
or what is he?
The GM, right?
He's the GM,
which
yeah,
is crazy.
GM of Stanford.
They made up a new position for him.
Yeah, got Frank Reich as the coach.
Yeah.
Damn. I forgot about that. That's
shout
pretty
out
wild.
shout out to A-Luck. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna
That
be
is gonna be
interesting.
interesting.
College football season, bro. It just gets more and more interesting. We're gonna see, man. Even college basketball, bro, with this kid from BYU.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that he posted that picture? He's like, attended my first church service. And they're like, he's like so excited to be a part of the community. I was like, oh, that money, that cash check.
Yeah.
Real good.
I mean, he's getting like
That money hit that account. He's like, where y'all need me to be?
he's getting like 8 million. I
Yeah,
think.
OD. Like, so I don't blame him, bro. I'd be at church too. I'd be like,
Oh God.
he
out there with the Latter-day
You mean to take a
Saints?
picture with the pastor? Like, can I get more next
You
year?
want me to be the pastor? Shit.
On me.
Like,
for real. That shit is crazy. Out in Utah with the Mormons.
I mean, that's the thing is he was in prep school already in Utah, so he's not really making that big.
Oh,
Yeah,
so he knows the
That's what I'm
game.
talking about.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Speaking of Stanford, on to College World Series. The women for softball are starting the finals today. It is Texas Tech against Texas. Why I say Stanford is because Texas Tech signed Nyjah Kennedy, if I'm saying it right. I believe that is her name. She got $1 million from Texas Tech to come be their star pitcher for the team. She has thrown every single pitch in the College World Series, over 300 pitches. Absolute dog, leading them out there. Hey, $1 million for a softball pitcher is huge. That's big NIL money out there in Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I believe they also set her up with housing as well, so that wasn't even included in that. So
NIL is the shit.
NIL is crazy.
God,
bro.
it's so awesome.
Literally insane.
Reggie Bush is so fucking mad.
Oh,
right
bro,
now.
Reggie
Oh my
Bush would have
God.
been making $20 million a year in
Bro,
NIL.
Johnny fucking football, all them
Johnny
dudes.
was
Johnny
making it.
football.
Johnny was making that money.
Literally, he already was doing
Yeah,
that.
Johnny was fine.
Yeah.
He was like, that shit was so funny when I seen that video where he's like, yeah, we were trying to figure out how to explain my money, so I just told my boy to go on an interview and say my dad was in oil.
Yeah.
And no one questioned it. They're like, oh, white boy from Texas? Like, yeah, his dad's
For sure.
in oil. No one questioned that shit for years.
For sure.
But yeah, no, she's a beast. It's crazy what they do to these pitchers in fucking the College World Series, though. They be having these pitchers throwing like 140 pitches in a
Yeah.
game. This shit is insane. But shout out to her getting that bag. Shit, like it's good to see that NIL. They gonna spread that across to all the sports.
I mean,
And-
that's the thing, as well as the reason why you can do that in softball is because they're throwing underhand, which is a natural motion
so
for your arm,
a
as
lot.
opposed to overhand for baseball is not a natural motion.
so way less stress. On
way
them.
less stress on your arm.
That makes
So,
sense.
But yeah, she takes down Oklahoma, who was the 4-time defending champs, which is insane. They win it in extras. She was on deck. They walked it off with a sack fly. Major news in the softball world. On to baseball. They had, in the regionals, the SEC had a record 13 teams out of the 16 teams make it to the regionals. Of those 13 teams, 9 got eliminated in the first round. Not a good look for the SEC. One of those teams that did win, though, was Tennessee, who went up against Wake Forest. And there was a viral video of the Wake Forest coach making a homophobic slur towards one of the players on Tennessee. He then proceeded to hit a 2-run tank and scream at their bench all the way around the bases.
He went so nuts.
Dude, it was so hard. I can't lie. That was one of the hardest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, that was sick. It was funny. I was telling y'all before the pod, I saw that video out of context. So I'm like, I get it's a big moment and people do bat flips, but I was like, this kid is going hard.
Screaming.
And I'm not even a baseball etiquette guy, but I was kind of like, damn, he is doing a lot. And then I found out the context, and I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I would have turned around like, what you call me?
Yeah.
Like, I would have been going nuts. And then he was, I think they were the away team, right? So when he was coming down that third base line, I think he went in front of their dugout.
Yeah.
Right? So he was going crazy because the home team's usually right
Well,
by.
no, it depends. You can choose. Like, certain teams do that. Like, for instance, the Red Sox, their home is on the first base
on the first
side.
base line. I think the Phillies might do that too.
Red Sox or Yankees?
The Red Sox.
Probably a couple of them.
Yeah.
Shout out to bro. Like, that's how you respond to that moment. Like, there's nothing better as an athlete for someone to chirp you and to hit the big shot and
Bro,
turn around and be like, what was you
tank
saying?
in the regionals.
Like, what was you saying to me?
The thing is, they were already down 6-2, so why are you talking shit? You're down. You're just pissed off.
On me.
Also, stupid by the coach. Like, bro, we're in the regionals on ESPN. You don't think there's cameras on you at all times? Like, what are we doing, dude?
Act like you've been there before.
Let's be more aware.
Yeah. Tennessee, they won last year, and then your Angels drafted, I think his name's Moore, the second baseman.
Dylan Moore.
Yeah,
Demon.
he's pretty good.
Yeah, he hasn't been called up yet, but he's a demon.
Dylan Moore or Christian Moore?
Or Christian Moore.
Christian Moore.
I'm tripping. Where am I getting Dylan Moore?
Dylan Moore
from?
plays for the Mariners, I think.
Yeah. Yes, he does. Yes. Shout out to Christian Moore.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a sick moment, bro. Shout out to him. Also, shout out to the Tennessee pitcher
Liam Doyle.
who was going crazy when
lefty throwing 100.
Yeah,
Hit is
and they had that
nasty.
coach. They had that coach call timeout to try to throw him off on the 2-1 pitch.
He was like, "You're fucked."
He's like, "You're fucked."
Literally.
And then the infield tried to come in, and he told everyone
Yeah.
to back up.
That shit was
His
so
fucking
hard.
coach was in the dugout clapping.
Nah,
I was like,
that
"Oh, this
kid
is hard."
sick, bro. I want Liam Doyle on the Dodgers, even though I know it's not going to happen because
Right.
he's probably going top 5.
He's more realistic coming to the Angels.
Yeah, he's not going to work out on the Angels, though. We know how that pitcher situation goes on the Angels.
I mean, Ohtani did pretty well. He won a couple MVPs.
Yeah, Ben Joyce blew his arm out, so
Okay, that's not our fault. Shout out to Ben Joyce, but
that'll happen when you're throwing 106.
and when you're throwing like this, like
his
throwing
motion is insane.
Bro, I was actually super sad. The second I saw him pitch to that first game where he was when they got called up, it was my first time really seeing him. I had seen you see AAA stuff, but it's the quality is always shitty. And I watched it, and I saw someone on Angels Twitter be like, "Oh my God, that elbow is going to be done in about
For sure.
2 months." And little do you know,
He led with the elbow kind of thing.
Dude, he throws it's hard to explain. It's literally like
this because his arm is still straight, but
that hurt my elbow just doing that.
Somehow his elbow inverts when he throws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
But
Yeah, I listened to an interview. He was explaining it, but
I never really understood how y'all didn't just automatically make him your closer. Like, he throws 106.
That's literally
probably
Mason Miller vibes, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
But no, let's put him in the 7th.
Yeah, what are we doing?
What the fuck, bro? I don't know. Let's ride Carlos Estevez's coattails for fucking
Or
40
Kenley.
years. Like Jesus Christ. We wonder why we can't win games, but we lose every game in the 8th and 9th inning every time.
Yeah.
that boy Ron Washington had to go out and talk to Kenley in the 9th yesterday, get him through there. He got out of it.
Don't get me started about fucking Kenley, man. Shout out to Ron, though.
I mean,
fuck with Ron
yeah,
tough.
shout out Ron, bro.
Ron is a demon. And he's
Ron is a great
I like Ron
He's
coach.
a
a
big
lot.
part of why we're having as much success as we're having this year. We're sitting bottom of our division, but we're only a couple games off. So shout out to Ron.
Yeah, man. Shout out Ron. He was a huge help with the Braves. He was their infield coach while he was being an assistant for Snitker, and he helped a lot of them get a lot better at fielding, that's for sure. Albies says that he was a huge help to him. So, yeah, man, shout out Ron. Ron is a great head coach.
Got Neto playing like a top 5 shortstop in the league.
For
baby.
real.
Come on.
Yeah, Super Regionals for college starts on Friday. We'll see how that goes. It should be electric. It's another playoff situation we got going on. So
College World Series is always
It's so sick.
bro. Skiing's like just lots of fun, man. Just lots of fun. So
Omaha.
Hey, with the last topic, we got UFC 316 this weekend. Hey, we got Marab versus Sugar round 2. We got
Man.
Sugar fresh off of not smoking no weed. He's over there doing family time and shit, as he says.
yeah, you chilling out now, huh?
Hey, it could
That's
be
what
because
happens.
that's what happens when you take that L, or it's all for show, or what?
I don't think it's for show, but that's what happens when you take that L. Like, I fuck with Sean tough, so I don't, but if I'm being like honest, like I felt like he got a little too ahead of himself a little too
He was
quick.
saying like he kind of fell too much like into the character of being Sugar.
Yeah, like it just, I felt like there was like a year where he came, like where he was really starting to make waves, and like the colored hair thing was fun, and then like the next fight he just had like 9 face tattoos. It was like, damn, you jumped into this a little, like progress a little bit, win a couple fights, get 1 face tattoo per win, like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can agree with that notion, as I think like the vlogs and the weed videos and the shit, like, and that's like, shout out to Sean, you know what I mean? Fucking dope dude, but like, I think it's easy to lose sight. And like when you're whooping everybody ass, when you're basically undefeated except the one time you lost, you broke your fucking leg, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, that's the problem in UFC, bro. Like you on that pedestal till you not. But I don't think that it's like, it's way too early for it to be like an Adesanya or anything where it's like, okay, now here's the fall off. Like I think he's gonna come back this week and get back to being like.
You think he
OG
handles
Sean.
Marab?
I think Sean O'Malley is gonna surprise some people this week.
What do you think, Gina?
I just got a question.
What the fuck? It's like happening more.
Bro, it's on like 30% too.
I'm gonna Google it tonight and figure out maybe it's a setting or something.
Yeah, I just got a question for you, Milan. So you think Sugar is going to be able to stuff the takedowns or piece them up or
I think he's gonna do like classic like
stay on the
John
outside?
kind of John Jones, like keep distance, like lots of kicking at the feet, and just like like not get so caught up in like, you know what I mean? I think that's where he fucked up last time, trying to do too much. I think like play it smart, fucking, and just do that John Jones shit. Just step on his fucking feet until they're sore by the 3rd round. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he did have a torn labrum, which everyone has fucked up hips that grapple that much, but he had the surgery scheduled no matter what until after the fight. He probably thought he was going to be the champ, so it was going to work out a little better. But, yeah, he's going to have to stop the takedowns. That's the big thing. He did almost finish him in the 5th with a body kick, but I rewatched the first round to see how it's going to play out, and he was already trying to go to the body the whole fight. So, I mean, it's an uphill battle to climb. He's at a crossroads. Can't take 2 L's. Gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be weird, man. I don't know where that's gonna land. Like, I don't know, and it just feels like kind of like one of those moments, right? It feels like a redemption moment to me. I just feel like, not to be like this, but I feel like UFC is getting like it's missing that star power, and it's like is Dana, not to say anything's rigged, because I think
He's focused on power slap or what?
I don't fucking right. And all of a sudden, like.
And
I don't
then-
know. What are you gonna just keep letting the fucking Dagestanis just win everything? Like fuck. Like
I mean,
Sean, do
The
it for
Dagestani reign is pretty insane.
do
bro.
it for the boys, man.
At least we got Bilal out of there, so he's not even
Yeah.
Dagestani, but that's,
Yeah.
He's
One less boring person to
Right?
be a
I was
champ.
like,
Palestinian, but
fuck.
he's just so boring. JDM had a sick ass fight. He's a sick ass champ. So that was sweet. But back to Sugar, I mean, he's got to use his kicks and not get taken down, otherwise he's cooked.
That's literally my thought process. Is I'm like, just hella fucking kicking, and do not get on the ground or it's over, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
but I just feel like we've seen this one before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You say the same thing about Conor and Khabib. Like, you know, we know how this plays out 9 times out of 10, and we've actually seen this one before, literally.
Yeah.
Because they fought before.
The crazy thing is like when Conor and Khabib fought, like you wanted that rematch so bad, and now no one wants this rematch because they think that Sugar's gonna get ran through.
Facts.
But that's what makes this fight good. If he could pull off a win, it's gonna be that much bigger than if he beat him the first time. Like, oh, Marab sucks, you know?
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know. He lost, but I feel like there's been a lot of times in the O'Malley fucking run where like it didn't feel like Sean was gonna pull it off, and he did. And like obviously last time he lost, but like I don't know. I still think he's got that clutch gene in him where he's gonna get that crazy knockout and like have that moment, you know. And I think he might even be down in the fight and then just like catch a clean kick to the fucking jaw in the fourth quarter, in the fourth round, or you know what I mean, something like that. Like,
I mean, he almost finished Marab in the 5th last time. He's just got to find that moment way earlier.
I'll say this, like, it's enough for me, like, to like, I'll probably put a little money on Sean
Sprinkle.
just to make it fun.
It's worth a sprinkle.
Yeah,
if you got money to spend.
Exactly. Not enough to care about losing it, but
Yeah.
enough to make like myself want to root for him more while I'm watching.
Exactly.
You know
Hey,
what
the
I mean?
only thing you got to watch out for is Marab's motor, bro. He don't get tired. That's the one thing. So maybe Sugar without smoking, he's got a little more endurance to last those rounds.
You
not
think
get so
that's why
tired.
he quit smoking? Cardio?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's smoking before the fucking fight and shit.
I know smokers usually don't believe that like kills them, but when you watch like Carlos Paredes that got gassed out for his Ian Machado Gary or was scared to gas out, cigarette smoker, and it's like if you just would have been on the gas pedal the whole time, that's what Sugar's gonna have to do. He's gotta be on the gas pedal, gotta be aggressive, otherwise he's cooked.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be sharp. So hopefully he's taking it as serious as he's saying he is.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna have to literally be the aggressor, be punching him in the face the whole time, fight like he's not worried about getting taken down. Now I'm thinking about the on the outside trying to piece him up might not work. He might have to bring the fight and then just not worry about the takedown.
It's gonna be a banger, that's for sure. Whew. We're gonna need something, man. Uncle Dana needs a pony boy because the shit is getting stale, man.
It is definitely getting
I don't
stale.
feel like the UFC has the generational stars it had. Like, all the greats are kind of from the same generation, and like from a crazy run from like John Jones to Conor. You know what I mean? Like it just kept going. So, fucking DC versus John Jones. Like, where's that big rivalry?
Well, you got John Jones versus Tom, but they're waiting.
John Jones not fighting that fight.
He's scared of Tom.
I'm gonna just say this, bro. Like, and I'm not saying John Jones is scared. I don't know if I agree with calling that. John Jones is never gonna fight again. This shit is done. He's not fighting
That's
again.
because he's scared to get knocked out.
He's not
No,
fighting
Tom
again. It's
could
over.
actually.
He's
Tom
gonna
could knock
delay
him
this
out.
shit as long as he can, and then he's gonna retire. It's over.
Tom is faster.
Yeah, Tom
It's
could
over.
really knock him out. That's why he doesn't want to fight him.
Faster and bigger.
John Jones is a goat.
But you know when John Jones and Tom are going to fight? So UFC and Netflix are doing a $3 billion deal, and that's going to be the first fight. So that's not even until 2026 probably.
Yeah, we'll see. As long as John Jones can stay focused and lay off the nose beers, it should be fine.
You know that ain't going to happen.
Yeah, man, we'll see how it goes. It should be an electric week in sports with the 2 finals matchups and College World Series and UFC. Hey, should be electric. I'll be sitting on my couch watching or wherever we'll be at, bar or something. We'll get it done.
Yeah.
We'll pop out.
We'll pop out. Hey, with that being said, thank you so much for joining us as always. And shirts will be dropping on Friday, man. Go get you a
those,
shirt.
baby.
Go get you a shirt.
Come on.
All profits are going to a camera switcher to make it easier for us to edit. So
Please.
please.
I'm begging you.
We will appreciate it.
Please,
we will
please,
hugely
please.
appreciate it. Huge.
Hey.
Hey. Thank you so much for joining me and the boys. From me and Lon, a.k.a. Santana, Gino
on,
Sens
man.
on the other end. We got D on production this week. Hey, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey,
And
Cole got the black hats on today. I had to go on record. Those are going nuts.
Black Cats and the
Come on,
Chromies,
man.
Sugar by KO in the second.
Hey,
We'll see. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.
That's a Gino Lock.
Gino Lock.